Hey guys, we're at the PPA at the Mount Room. Steve and I are here training. We were doing some butterfly sweeps and just butterfly applications today. We're going to look at a possible application for your law enforcement officer. And since this is a stationary camera, we'll film it this way so you can see where his hand goes. We'll also film it this way so you can see how the sweep works. But the idea being, let's have a law enforcement application. I get taken down. Bad guy grabs onto my gun. So I'm on my butt. Where we're going to operate out of for purposes of the video today is what we call butterfly guard or sit-up guard, something where I'm sitting up. I'm not laying back on my back. I'm sitting up. My first goal would be to get up. But in this case, bad guy grabs my gun. I'm not wearing a gun. He's going to grab where the gun might be. Anytime someone goes towards your gun and you're in a ground situation, if you have the ability to sweep them or knock them over, I want to take them towards the gun because the hand goes on the gun. I'm going to trap the hand on or near the gun, and then I'm going to take them that direction. What that does, that puts the gun on the ground in between your body. If I was to wear a hard holster and a gun, and I roll you where your hand's trapped even in a mat, it's uncomfortable because I've done this with gun belts on. And then if I do it, obviously in the street, the gun and the holster itself are not friendly to your bare hand, nor is the ground underneath it. So I'm going to put the gun on the ground. I'm going to put your hand under the gun, and I'm going to start trying to work to get up. Now, what you're going to see is because my opponent grabs at my waist, simulating a gun grab, he's going to keep himself from being able to post that side. Now, if I sweep him, we'll do some where he keeps his hand there, and you'll see that I can tip Steve over. We'll also do a couple where Steve takes and goes, okay, I'm not going to get swept, and he bases the hand, which then takes his hand off my gun. So I'm going to attempt the sweep, he's going to base, and then you're going to see I'm going to go out the other way. So we'll do a couple reps of the sweep, and then I'll come back and I'll say, okay, now we're going to do the escape out the other side because he's going to post. Basically, I want my bad guy to commit to leaving his hand where it is, which will allow me to sweep him and get on top. And by being on top of the gun, it'll enhance the retention that the magazine or the holster already gives me. It'll make it harder to get it out. And then some of them will do where he'll let go of the gun, which is to my advantage as well. But I don't want to stay there. That's the key to both movements. Even if he keeps hold of the gun and I sweep him, I'm going to get on top. And then it becomes exponentially harder for him to disarm me laying on his back, reaching up. And now I could do strikes. I could drop a knee on his face. I could kneel on his head or his throat because we're in lethal force, whereas I could not if I simply did a law enforcement takedown. But the motion that you're going to see is he's going to grab, I'm going to trap, and I'm going to use my butterfly hook to elevate him to take him towards his trapped hand. And really all I want him to do is either get tipped over or base. Either one's a victory. First couple reps we're going to do, I'm going to tip him over. Now the position we're going to be in is just the position we're going to work from today. If I landed in half guard or full guard, I would have to work to an open guard. For purposes of this video, I'm just going to do butterfly hooks, which will look like this. My feet will be inside under Steve's hamstrings, and he'll make his gun grab. I'll say gun grab, I'll trap it, and I'll sweep him to the hand. So Steve goes in here. Gun grab, gun grab, gun grab. I'm going to grab his head. I'm going to pull him not on top of me here. Yeah, where he just gets freaking heavy. But I'm going to pull him laterally. Look what I'm doing to his head. I'm trying to put his head outside his own elbow towards the ground this way. Boom. This now elevates. Steve comes over. If he's still on the gun, I could be here. I could also switch and put this hip in, which will start to get him off that gun and deliver strikes if necessary. Now I'm going to do that rep this way and the other way without talking. Gun grab, gun grab, gun grab. Now the other way, Steve-O. Gun grab, gun grab, gun grab. Okay, so that's where he stays on the gun. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. He's going to base out, and you're going to see me. What you'll see me do is try the same thing. He's gonna base out. You'll see me maintain the head control. Now we just go into our tactical stand from guard. And you've seen us do this before. If you haven't, I've got other videos on this. Gun grab. So what that is I'm driving his head, keeping that forearm in. I'm pulling my knees out. As soon as I feel him not sweep, let's do it again. We'll go this way, then the other way. Gun grab, gun grab, gun grab. And I'm out. Last time. Gun grab, gun grab. Now, last thing, even if Steve-O fights, I go to sweep him, he bases, and he fights to grab this leg. Go ahead. I can still start to build out. Now start to come here. Now look where my gun is in relation to Steve's gun grabbing arm. It's all the way away. So even if I don't get out clean there, we can start to sprawl, bury his head, and wrestle. If you don't know how to do that, that's fine. Start where you're at today. One of the best places to start is if you can find a PJJ related gym or training center or any wrestling, jiu-jitsu, no matter where you are. You don't have to train with me or with us. Just go train, guys. But this is a way an officer could counter, an attempted gun grab on the ground. Go train a little, a lot. C over T equals R. That's what Steve always says.